Welcome to Million Study Points. Welcome to my dear students. ସମସ୍ତ ପିଲାମାନେ ଲାଇଭ୍ ଆସିଯାଅ। ଆଜିର ଯୋଉ ଲାଇଭ୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ସେ ଲାଇଭ୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ରେ ରଖାଯାଇଛି ଆମର ଇନଭାଇଟେସନ୍ ଟୁ ଇଂଲିଶ 3 ର ଟପିକ୍ ଟି ଅଛି ଇଣ୍ଟରପ୍ରେଟିଂ ଗ୍ରାଫ୍ସ, ଚାର୍ଟସ୍, ଟେବୁଲ୍ସ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଅଲସୋ ଡାଇଗ୍ରାମ୍ସ। ଟପିକ୍ ଟି ଅଛି ଇଣ୍ଟରପ୍ରେଟିଂ ଗ୍ରାଫ୍ସ, ଚାର୍ଟସ୍ ଏବଂ ଗତ ଥିଲେ ସେ ଦୁଇଟି କ୍ଲାସ୍ରେ ଆମେ ଯୋଉ ଇନଭାଇଟେସନ୍ ଟୁ ଇଂଲିଶ 3 ର ଆଲୋଚନା କରିଥିଲେ ଦୁଇଟି କ୍ଲାସ୍ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ଆମର ଗ୍ରାଫ୍ସ, ଚାର୍ଟ, ଟେବୁଲ ଏବଂ ଡାଇଗ୍ରାମ ବିଷୟରେ। ତେଣୁ ଗତ 2 ଦିନ ହେଲା ଆମର କ୍ଲାସଟି ହୋଇପାରୁନି, କାରଣ ଖରାପ ପାଗ ରହୁଛି। ନେଟୱାର୍କ ଇସ୍ୟୁ ପାଇଁ ଆମେ କ୍ଲାସଟି କରିପାରୁନି। ଠିକ୍ ଠାକ୍ ନେଟୱାର୍କ ଅଛି। ଆମର କ୍ଲାସଟା ଆଜି ମଧ୍ୟ ଠିକ୍ ଠାକ୍ ଜାରି ରହିବ। ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଜ୍ୟୋତି ଲାଇଭ୍ ଆସିଗଲେଣି। ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ଜ୍ୟୋତି, ପ୍ରଣାମ ଗ୍ରହଣ କଲି। କୌଶଲ୍ୟା ମଧ୍ୟ ଆସିଗଲେଣି, ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ କୌଶଲ୍ୟା। ଆମର ଯୋଉ ପିଲାମାନେ ସୌମ୍ୟ ଆସିଗଲେ, ସୌମ୍ୟ ରଞ୍ଜନ, ଯୋଉ ପିଲାମାନେ ଆମର ନିୟମିତ ଭାବରେ ଲାଇଭ୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ଆମ ଷ୍ଟଡି ଚ୍ୟାନେଲରେ କରୁଛ, ସବୁ ପିଲାମାନେ ଲାଇଭ୍ ଆସିଯାଅ। ଆଜିର ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଲାଇଭ୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ଇନଭାଇଟେସନ୍ ଟୁ ଇଂଲିଶ 3 ଗ୍ରାଫ୍ସ, ଚାର୍ଟସ୍, ଟେବୁଲ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଅଲସୋ ଡାଇଗ୍ରାମ୍ସ ଆର ଆମେ 2ଟି କ୍ଲାସ୍ କରିଥିଲେ। ଖରାପ ପାଗ ପାଇଁ ଆମେ 2-3 ଦିନ ହେଲା ଆଉ ଲାଇଭ୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ କରିପାରିନେ, ଯାହାକି ଆଜି ଯୋଉଠି କ୍ଲାସଟି ରହିଥିଲା ଆଜି ସେଇଠୁ ଆମେ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିବା। ଟପିକଟି ଥିଲା ଏଇଠୁ ଆମର ଆରମ୍ଭ ହବ। ଆଜିର ଟପିକ୍ ଚାର୍ଟରୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିବା। ପିଲାମାନେ ସବୁ ପିଲାମାନେ ଆମର ଲାଇଭ୍ ଆସିଯାଅ। ଯୋଉ ଚାର୍ଟ ଅଛି ଏଠି ପ୍ରଥମତଃ ହେଡିଂ ରଖିଛି, ସବୁ ପିଲାମାନେ ଆସିଗଲେଣି। ପ୍ରତିଭା, ପ୍ରିୟଙ୍କା, କୌଶଲ୍ୟା, ଜେନେଫ୍, ସୌମ୍ୟରଞ୍ଜନ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଆମ ଷ୍ଟଡି ଚ୍ୟାନେଲ ତରଫରୁ ସ୍ୱାଗତ। ଆଜିର କ୍ଲାସଟି ଯୋଉ ରଖା ହେଇଛି ଚାର୍ଟ, ସେଇ ଚାର୍ଟରୁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ମୁଁ ମୋର ଟପିକ୍ ଆଜିର ଆରମ୍ଭ କରୁଛି। ସମସ୍ତେ ଲାଇଭ୍ ଆସିଯାଅ। ସେ ହଉଛି ଲୁକ୍ ଆଟ୍ ଦ ଚାର୍ଟ। ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ୱେକୁ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରୁଛି। ଲୁକ୍ ଆଟ୍ ଦ ଚାର୍ଟ ଅନ୍ ଦ ନେକ୍ସଟ ପେଜ। ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ପେଜରେ ଯୋଉ ଚାର୍ଟ ଦିଆଯାଇଛି ତାକୁ ଆମେ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କରିବା। ଇଟ୍ ଶୋଜ୍ ଦ ଓନରସିପ୍ ପ୍ୟାଟର୍ନ ଅଫ୍, ଏଠି ଗୁଡ୍ସ ମିନ୍ସ କିଛି ଦ୍ରବ୍ୟ ବା ଜିନିଷ, ଓକେ, ବାଇ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ଫ୍ୟାମିଲିଜ ଇନ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ। Try to understand the facts presented in it and answer the questions that follow. ତାହେଲେ ତଳେ ଗୋଟେ ଚାର୍ଟ ଦିଆଯାଇଛି, ଓନରସିପ୍ ପ୍ୟାଟର୍ନ ଅଫ ଡ୍ୟୁରେବଲ୍ସ, ପରସେଣ୍ଟେଜ ଅଫ ଟୋଟାଲ ଓନେଡ୍ ବାଇ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ଇନକମ୍ କ୍ଲାसेस। এই ଚାର୍ଟକୁ ଆମେ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କରିବା। ନିମ୍ନଲିଖିତ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ମଧ୍ୟ ଅଛି, ତାର ଆମେ ଉତ୍ତର ରଖିବା। ଓନରସିପ୍ ପ୍ୟାଟର୍ନ ଅଫ ଡ୍ୟୁରେବଲ୍ସ, ପରସେଣ୍ଟେଜ ଅଫ ଦ ଟୋଟାଲ ଇନକମ୍ କ୍ଲାसेस। ଏଠି ଦେଖ ଯୋଉ ଚାର୍ଟଟି ଆମର ରଖାଯାଇଛି, ପିଲାମାନେ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କର। ପ୍ରଥମ ରୋରେ ସେ ରଖିଛି ବାଇସାଇକେଲ୍ସ, ଦେନ୍ ମୋପେଡ୍ସ, ଦେନ୍ ସ୍କୁଟର୍ସ, ଦେନ୍ ମୋଟରସାଇକେଲ୍ସ, ଦେନ୍ କଲର ଟିଭିଜ, ଦେନ୍ ୱାସିଂ ମେସିନ୍ସ। ଆମର ଏଠି ଚାର୍ଟ କରାଯାଇଛି, ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କର। ପ୍ରଥମେ ରହିଲା କଣ ନା, ଆମର ଏଠି ରହିଛି ବାଇସାଇକେଲ। ପ୍ରଥମରେ ସେ ରଖିଛି ଏଠି କଣ ନା ବାଇସାଇକେଲ, ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କରୁଛ ତ। ପ୍ରଥମରେ ଏଠି ସେ ଯୋଉ ରଖିଛି ବାଇସାଇକେଲ, ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟରେ ଅଛି କଣ ନା ଆମର ମୋପେଡ୍ସ, ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟରେ ରହିଛି ମୋପେଡ୍ସ, ତୃତୀୟରେ ରହିଛି କଣ ନା ଆମର ସ୍କୁଟର୍ସ, ଚତୁର୍ଥରେ ରହିଛି କଣ ନା ମୋଟର ସାଇକେଲ, ପଞ୍ଚମରେ ରହିଛି କଣ ନା କଲର ଟିଭି, ମେସିନ୍, ଓକେ। ଏକରେ ତାର ସବୁ ପରସେଣ୍ଟେଜ ମେନସନ କରିଛି, 10%, 20%, ଅପ୍ ଟୁ 100% ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ନେଇଛି। ସେ ଯୋଉ ଓନରସିପ୍ ପ୍ୟାଟର୍ନ ଅଫ ଡ୍ୟୁରେବଲ୍ସ, ପରସେଣ୍ଟେଜ ଅଫ ଦ ଟୋଟାଲ ଓନେଡ୍ ବାଇ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ଇନକମ୍ କ୍ଲାसेସ୍। ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ସାଗରିକା, ପ୍ରଣାମ ଗ୍ରହଣ କଲି। ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ପ୍ରିୟଙ୍କା। ସବୁ ପିଲାମାନେ ଆମର ଲାଇଭ୍ ଆସିଗଲେଣି, କ୍ଲାସ ମଧ୍ୟ ଜାରି ରହିଛି। ଆଜି ଠିକ ଠାକ ଅଛି, ଭଏସ ଏବଂ ଭିଜୁଆଲ ମଧ୍ୟ ଠିକ ଠାକ ଅଛି। ଠିକ ଅଛି, ଆମେ ଠିକ ଅଛି। ତାହେଲେ ସେ ଦେଇଛି ଏଠି ଆମର ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଚାର୍ଟଟି ଦେଲା, bicycle, mopeds, scooters, motorcycle, color TV, or then washing machine. एपरे जो करिकी देला एटी देखो देजी लो अप टू RS 1,20,000 annually वार्षिक ता तो देला लो मिडिल एटी प्रथम तो देला annually तापर दे लो मिडिल RS 1,000 20 lakh up to RS 2 lakh 1,20,000 to 2 lakh middle लेला केते from 2 lakh to 3 lakh upper middle रहला RS 3 lakh to 4 lakh high रहला above 4 lakh 4 lakh plus okay ठीक अछि then केते गुडी क्वेश्चन दे जे हमर आंसर के नाउ आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन से प्रश्न गुडी कर वर्तमान हमें उत्तर रखिबा ओके ताले प्रथम क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 को हमें लक्ष्य करिबा What is the annual family income of the people belonging to the low category? What is the annual family income of the belonging to the lower category বা low category? Okay? ताले हमरा सब विभिन्न प्रकार कैटेगरी देला लोअर देला मिडिल देला अपर मिडिल देला हाई देला बुझि बात ना नहीं ताले से कहला What is the annual good family income of the people belonging to the lower category or low category the annual family income of the people belonging to the low category is RS 1,20,000 जो गुटा का हमरो ऊपर डायग्राम करा हितला लक्ष्य कर दियो हला लो रही केते दी 1,20,000 ए देनी के हमरो लोटा हला 1,20,000 ओके से annual family income of the people belonging to the low category the annual family income of the people belonging thank you Janev 1,20,000 okay now let us go to our next question number B okay question number B टी वर्तमान हमें देखिबा what percentage of which goods do they buy as shown in the chart रे जो दर्शा रही what percentage of which goods क्यों द्रव्य टी percent कौन do they buy as shown in the chart goods which are low category people buy as follows okay what percentage low percentage जो रहला bicycle 37% mopeds 17% scooters 9% motorcycle 11% color TV 10% washing machine 6% all are approximate figures देखो एठी जो चार्ट दिबा हम चार्ट पुनर्बार दिबा पाखरे जदी पिला माने बही रखि दिबे लक्ष्य करि परथु नले चार्ट को हम लक्ष्य करिबा देखिबा ताले से कहउजी कोन ना व्हाट परसेंटेज ऑफ वेस्ट गुड्स केते परसेंट आ को द्रव्य सब डू दे बाय as shown in the chart रे मेंशन कराइ shown से जो बाइसाइकिल 47% ओके मोपेड्स 17% ओके 9% कलर टीवी 10% और वॉशिंग मशीन 6% okay now let us go to our next question number C considering their limited income do they buy a lot number C considering their limited income do they buy a lot in spite of earning 1,20,000 of the market share in durables 17% which is equal to the market share of higher income group or thank you Priyanka Priyadarshini Barik income group and more than the market share of upper middle group से कहछि कंसीडर करो लिमिटेड इनकम डू दे बाय लॉट लिमिटेड आ ताठरो अधिक ओके थैंक यू प्रियंका धन्यवाद वेरी गुड Now let us go to our last question, number D. Would you call the people belonging to the high category rich? High category rich. And enough on consumer durables in proportion to their income. What percent of goods do they buy? What do the rich prefer to buy? Describe पूरा କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ବୁଝିପାରୁଛ comparison with the low income group, the people of the high income group are definitely richer, but their market share is comparatively lower than the market share of the lower income group. They buy only 3% of bicycle, 7% of mopeds, 17% of scooters, 20% of motorcycles, 19% of color TVs, then 37% of washing machines. It is obvious that they prefer to buy goods like color TVs and also washing machines. ଚାଟ୍ କୁ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କରି ପିଲାମାନେ ପାଖରେ ତ ବହି ନିଶ୍ଚିନ୍ତ ଥିବ ତମମାନଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ବହିଟି ରଖ ବହିଟି ରଖିଲେ ମାନେ ଆମର ପରଫେକ୍ଟ ହବ ତମକୁ ଆରାମସେ ଟିକେ କଣ ଚାଟ୍ ଟା ଶୋ ହବ ଏବଂ ଆନ୍ସର ଟା କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟଲି ଆସିବ ପ୍ରିୟଙ୍କା ମଧ୍ୟ ଆନ୍ସର ରଖିଛନ୍ତି ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ ପ୍ରିୟଙ୍କା thank you very much thank you also to anybody now let us go to activity 8 activity 8 fill in the blanks fill in the blanks in the report below with the ideas from the chart above. Fill in the blank in the report below the idea from the chart above. Blank पूर्ण करावा ऊपर जो चार्ट दिला था लक्ष्य करिए short report on ownership pattern of consumer durable in India. The poor in India do not have a lot of money. Their annual family income on an average comes to Rs 20,000, but they make a lot of purchases and constitutes the mainstay most product in the country. For example, families belonging to this category 1 dash of all bicycles. Category 1 dash of all bicycles. ଏଠି କେତେ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କରି ହେଲା ଆମେ ତାର क्वेश्चन आंसर जो ब्लैंक ଟା ଦେଇଛି 7% କୋଉଠି ଏଇଠି ଆମର आंसर ଟା ରହିଛି 47% ओके ଏଠି आंसर ହେବ କେତେ ନା 47%. Dash of mopeds 17%. 17% ଆସିବ mopeds 17%. And dash of scooters ଆମର ରହିଛି କେତେ 9%. Very good. Thank you Priyanka. 9% scooters. Dash of motorcycle ଆମର ରହିଥିଲା କେତେ sorry 11%. Thank you 11%. Okay 11% of motorcycles. Thank you धन्यवाद. Okay 11% of motorcycle. The rich in contrast have money, but their share of purchases of these products is comparatively much less. Despite the money they have, they buy only dash of bicycles. Only 3% of bicycles. 3% of bicycles. And dash percent of mopeds. 7%. Dash of Scooters 17%. Then gas of okay, thank you, धन्यवाद. 19% of collectivists, the poor earn less but spend more, and the rich earn more but spend less. Thank you. Now let us go to our activity 9. Thank you. Activity 9. 19% of colors TV. Thank you. Then activities 9. 9 number activity को वर्तमान आमे जिबा लक्ष्य करिबा. Look at the chat below and answer the questions that follow. तळे वर्तमान गोटे chat देइजी. ओके, chat को लक्ष्य करिबा आउ निम्नलिखित प्रश्नर आंसर दबा. Answer the questions that follow. Four wheelers चारि चकिया जान that passed over the bridge. ब्रिज ऊपर पास करछन्ती, ता ऊपर गोटे चार्ट देछि, हम देखिबा लक्ष्य करिबा. हला 7:30 80 8:30 टाइम टा देला 9 am 9:30 am 10 बजे pm 10:30 pm. ओके, एकड़े देला हमर नंबर ऑफ फोर व्हीलर्स 0 to 20 40 60 80 and 100. हला ताले प्रश्न कोन रहिला हम देखिबा. When was the bridge least busy? When was the bridge least busy? The bridge was least busy between 7:30 to 8:30 am. 7:30 ରୁ 8:30 busy रोजी. Least busy 7:30 to 8:30. Thank you प्रियंका. प्रियंका आज बहुत एक्टिव अछि. प्रियंका प्रश्नर मोर प्रश्नर उत्तर आज प्रियंका और जने दि जणांक बहुत क्विकली क्वेश्चन फेस करी आंसर दउछन्ती. धन्यवाद. एमती समस्त जारी रख, समस्त मध्य देई परिबो. Then number 2, when did the rush hour begin? When did the rush hour begin? The rush hour began at 9 am. The rush hour began at 9 am. When was the bridge most busy? Continued till 10 am. 10 am पर्यंत बहुत बिजी रहुଛି. 10 am. ओके, 9:30 तापर आसला 10 am. ओके, हाँ धन्यवाद. The bridge was most busy at 9:30 am. 9:30 देखो 100 पर्यंत उठिଛି. Number of four vehicles. Number of vehicles 100 and उठिଛି 9:30 रे. ओके, thank you, thank you. Okay, 9 am to 20 am. Thank you. 9:30. 9 am to 9:30. Also 9:30 to 10. Okay. 9 ने टिके डाउन रहउची, 9:30 रे बहुत हाई. 30 to 10 am. Okay. एबे हमें क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 की जिबा. हाउ मेनी व्हीकल्स, बही पाके रखो, आराम से क्वेश्चन फेस करो, चार्ट देखो. हाउ मेनी व्हीकल्स in total passed over the bridge by 10:30? How many vehicles in total passed over the bridge by 10:30 am? Total of 420 vehicles. 420 vehicles passed over the bridge at 10:30. 420. Total calculation. Thank you, Priyanka. A total of 420 vehicles. That is the correct answer. Now let us go to question number 4. If you know that schools start at 9:30 and the government officers at 10 a.m. Can you think of a way to reduce pressure of traffic between 9 a.m. to 10 a.m.? Pressure of traffic between 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The school timings can be changed. The school timings can be changed from 9:30 to 8. 9:30 ରୁ 8ଟାକୁ reduce କମାଯାଉ time. The pressure of traffic ଜାମ୍ ରହୁଛି, ତେଣୁ 9:30ଟାକୁ reduce କରାଯାଉ, କମେଇ ଦିଆଯାଉ ଟାଇମିଂ ଟାକୁ 8 am. Thank you. Okay. Then now let us go to our activity 10. Activity 10. Okay. Activity 10. Use the information in the chart below. Write a short report. एटी आसीगला गोटे report लिखिबा to show which course was popular and why. No reason. You have to think of some. Use the information in the chart below and write a short report to show which course was popular and why. No region has been shown in the chart. You have to think of some and look at the chart below. Information, and then you have to write a report to show why. Now let us look at our chart. Electronics or civil engineering. Electronics or civil engineering. Mention year 1970, 1980, 1990 and also 1998. Year mention from 1970, then 1980, then 1990, last 1998. Then students enrolled on civil engineering and electronic courses of engineering college and also electronic courses of one engineering college. Report. वर्तमान ये जो चार्ट आमे देखिले ता जो देला इलेक्ट्रोनिक्स या सिविल इंजीनियरिंग रा वो वर्षर केते केते हिसाब रही छी तापर आमे गोटे शॉर्ट रिपोर्ट लिखिबा बिटवीन 1972 1998 1970 रु लक्ष्य करिकी आमे वर्तमान गोटे रिपोर्ट लिखिबा 1998 पर्यंत बुझी पारछो पिला माने इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स then civil engineering. Write a report on the popularity of civil engineering and electronics courses between 1970 to the year 1990. Now let us start our report. In the year 1970, students' preference of civil engineering was very high. 900 students were admitted for civil engineering course, whereas 600 are enrolled for electronics. चार्ट जो देजी एक केते पिला स्टूडेंट लिस्ट उठी जी सेटा हम लक्ष्य कर बुझी पारछो पिला माने जो चार्ट टा को हम लक्ष्य कले रिपोर्ट करिवा. ओके एकड़े रे हमरा मेंशन हेछि कोन ना ईयर टा हम मानकर मेंशन हेछि. ओके देन एकड़े रे स्टूडेंट जो एटा रहिला लिस्ट एटा मेंशन. So 600 had enrolled for electronics. Civil engineering was a traditionally demanded subject and with a lot of development work taking place. Then the jobs were aplenty. On the other hand, electronics had been newly introduced and did not have many employment opportunities. So 10 years later, civil engineering was still popular, but because of a slight decrease in the employment opportunities, students' enrollment also saw a slight decrease. Enrollment In electronics, however, did not register much change. Did not register much change. By 1990, the introduction of computers all over India boosted the popularity of electronics and also is provided better job opportunities. Better job opportunities. There was an increase in students enrollment into course on electronics. So now 900 students have been enrolled. 900 students have been enrolled in electronics, while only 700 in civil engineering. So the electronics courses witnessed an admission of more than 1,000 students in 1998. By then, jobs were completely started. Civil engineering remains unemployed, and therefore civil engineering course were no more popular in 1998. Only 300 students got enrolled for civil engineering. The electronic courses witnessed an admission for more than 1,000 students in the year 1998. Then the jobs for engineering students were completely started. Civil engineering remains unemployed, and therefore civil engineering courses were no popular in 19. Only 300 students got enrolled for civil engineering. That is the report of this chart. Civil engineering and electronic courses of an engineering college. That is the way you have to write a report. Okay. ଆମେ କେତେ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ ସେଣ୍ଟେନ୍ସ ତିଆରି କରିପାରିବା ଯଦି ଆମେ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କରିପାରିବା ଟେବୁଲ ବା ଆମର ଡାଇଗ୍ରାମଟା କ'ଣ ରହୁଛି ତାକୁ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କଲେ ଆମେ କେତେ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ ସେଣ୍ଟେନ୍ସ ଆରାମରେ 7-8ଟି ସେଣ୍ଟେନ୍ସ ତିଆରି କରିପାରିବା ଯାହାଦ୍ୱାରା କି ସଫଳ ମଧ୍ୟ ଆମେ ହୋଇପାରିବା। ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ। ତାହେଲେ ଆମେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ 7.4 ରେ ଆମର ଆସିଗଲା ଟେବୁଲ। 7.4 ରେ ଆସିଗଲା ଆମର ଗୋଟେ ଟେବୁଲ। Look at the table below and then showing the maximum temperature recorded in different places in Odisha. Look at the table below, then show the maximum temperature recorded at different places in Odisha. निम्नलिखित टेबल को हमें लक्ष्य अधिक मैक्सिमम माने सर्वाधिक टेम्परेचर मीन्स तापमात्रा रेकॉर्डेड एट डिफरेंट प्लेसेस इन ओडिशा। ओडिशा रो विभिन्न रेकॉर्ड करा तापमात्रा गोटे फलक बा गोटे टेबल करा वाला वेदर रिपोर्ट्स 1st April 2009 weather reports on 1st April 2009 1/4/2009 Place mention is ଅନୁଗୁଳ, ବାଲେଶ୍ୱର, ବଲାଙ୍ଗୀର, ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର, କଟକ and ଗୋପାଳପୁର. Maximum temperature 43.5, 33.5, 42.7, then 42.2, 41.5 now, 33.5. Then place Kendujhar 39.1, Paradip 32.4, Fulbani 40.6, then Puri 31.00. Now Sambalpur 41.8. Lastly Jharsuguda 42.7. mention the temperature of different places of Orissa. ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଗୋଟିଏ ତାପମାତ୍ରା ସର୍ବାଧିକ ତାପମାତ୍ରା maximum temperature recorded ଯାହା ରେକର୍ଡ କରାଯାଇଛି ତାର ଦେଇଛି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଗୋଟେ ଲିଷ୍ଟ ଟେବୁଲ ସୋ ପ୍ଲେସ୍ ଅନୁଗୁଳ ବାଲେଶ୍ୱର ବଲାଙ୍ଗୀର ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର କଟକ ଗୋପାଳପୁର କେଉଁଝର ପାରାଦୀପ ଫୁଲବାଣୀ ପୁରୀ ଆଣ୍ଡ ସମ୍ବଲପୁର ଲାଷ୍ଟଲି ଝାରସୁଗୁଡା ଆମର ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଯୋଉ 12ଟା ଜାଗାକୁ ମେନସନ କରାଯାଇଛି ସେ 12ଟା ଜାଗାର ଟେମ୍ପରେଚର ସର୍ବାଧିକ ମ୍ୟାକ୍ସିମମ୍ ଟେମ୍ପରେଚର ରେକର୍ଡ କରାଯାଇଛି ତଳେ କେତେ ଗୁଡ଼ିଏ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ରଖାଯାଇଛି ସେ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନର ଆମେ ଉତ୍ତର ରଖିବା ଓକେ ତାହେଲେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ପ୍ରଥମ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଆମର ଅଛି ହ୍ୱାଟ ୱାଜ ଦ ହାଇଏଷ୍ଟ ଟେମ୍ପରେଚର ରେକର୍ଡେଡ थैंक यू कौशल्या वेरी गुड व्हाट इज द हाईएस्ट टेम्परेचर रिकॉर्डेड हाईएस्ट टेम्परेचर रिकॉर्डेड was 43.5 thank you 43.5 प्लेस अनुगुल सो मेंशन कर जी हाईएस्ट टेम्परेचर प्लेस कहनी हाईएस्ट टेम्परेचर है 43.5 अनुगुल now let us go to our next question where was it recorded highest temperature 43.5 where it recorded it was recorded at Anugul 43.5 it was recorded at Anugul now let us go to our question number C which were the other places that recorded high temperature which were the other places that recorded high temperature the other places which recorded high temperature were Bhubaneswar Balangir Cuttack Fulbani Sambalpur and also Jharsuguda which were the other places ଆଉ ଅନ୍ୟ ଜାଗା କୋଉଗୁଡା ରହିଲା ଯୋଉଟା କି ହାଇ ଟେମ୍ପରେଚର ରହୁଛି ସର୍ବାଧିକ ତାପମାତ୍ରା ତ ରହିଲା ଅନୁଗୁଳ 43.5 ଆଉ ଉଚ୍ଚ ତାପମାତ୍ରା କୋଉଠି କୋଉଠି ରହୁଛି ମେନସନ the other places ବଲାଙ୍ଗୀର କଟକ ଫୁଲବାଣୀ ସମ୍ବଲପୁର and also ଝାରସୁଗୁଡା ଏହି ଜାଗା ମାନଙ୍କରେ ଟେମ୍ପରେଚର ହାଇ ରହୁଛି then let us go to our question number D so what is maximum temperature in Bhubaneswar what is the maximum temperature in Bhubaneswar the maximum temperature in Bhubaneswar was 42.2 the maximum temperature in Bhubaneswar was 42.2 so then go to our next question question number E which other places were as one as Bhubaneswar which other places were as warm अधिक गरम as Bhubaneswar Bhubaneswar परी बलांगीर झारसुगुड़ा संबलपुर and कटक were as warm as Bhubaneswar से कहूची which other place केउ केउ जगह अवस्थान were as warm गरम अनुभूत होउची as Bhubaneswar Bhubaneswar परी so mention बलांगीर झारसुगुड़ा संबलपुर and कटक were as warm as Bhubaneswar ए जगह सब भुवनेश्वर परी अधिक उताप अनुभूत होउची let us go to our question number F what was the weather like in Puri what was the weather like in Puri Gopalpur Paradip and Baleshwar what was the weather like in Puri Puri the weather Gopalpur Paradip and also Baleshwar why kahi the weather in these places were considerably less warmer ए जगह मानकर वेदर बा पाणीपाग एते गरम अनुभूत नुहे because it stood between 32 to 33.5 this is because these towns are on the coast the weather in these places was considerably less warmer ए जगह गुड़िक less warmer कम गरम अनुभूत होउची it stood काहे why it stood between तापमान जो अधिक गरम अनुभूत होनी जो जगह मानकर above 35 40 plus high warm then in this place less warmer because it stood between 32 to 33.5 so this is because these towns are on the coast ये सब हमर कोन समुद्र उपकूलवर्ती अंचल गोपालपुर पुरी पारादीप बालेश्वर समुद्र उपकूलवर्ती अंचल बालेश्वर पारादीप गोपालपुर and also पुरी so less warmer than the other place अन्य जगह मानक तुलन रे एटिक अधिक कोन गरम अनुभूत हेउ नाही ठंडा रहउछि now let us at page 1997 fill in the blanks. शून्य स्थान पूर्ण करवा to complete the following report. A report ro based on the table at page 97. 97 page रे जो table देला ताकू लक्ष्य करी आमे वर्तमान ये जो report गोटे देजी weather report. A report on today's weather in Orissa. ଆଜିର weather ପାଣିପାଗ ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ଏ ଡାଇଗ୍ରାମ ଟାକୁ ଆମେ fill in the blank ତାକୁ ଆମେ ପୂରଣ କରିବା. So it was the season's hottest day in Orissa today. The temperature in many places went beyond dash Celsius, went beyond 40 degrees Celsius. 40 degrees Celsius. First, fill in the blank. Answer 40. Of all the places in Orissa, Anugol recorded the highest. से डायग्राम को लक्ष्य ग्राम एट लिखु चला. Anugol recorded the highest. Thank you Priyanka for your good answer. Recorded the highest temperature of 43.5 degrees Celsius. Anugol 43.5 degree. The other place that experienced is the mercury soared up to dash Bhubaneswar. Mercury soared up to 42.7 degrees Celsius. 42.7 degree Celsius, Bhubaneswar. The capital city recorded a high temperature of 42.2 degrees Celsius. 42.2 degrees Celsius. Thank you. Then the other places that were as hot as Bhubaneswar were. Bhubaneswar, Cuttack and Sambalpur. Cuttack and Sambalpur with a recording of 41.5 degrees Celsius. Recording of 41.5 degrees Celsius and 41.8 degrees Celsius respectively. 41.8 degrees Celsius respectively. However, Gopalpur and Puri, Paradip and Baleswar near the sea were relatively cooler. The recorded maximum temperature of around 33.5 degrees Celsius. जोटा कि पूर्व आमर जो टेम्परेचर रेकर्ड करा हितला ताकू लक्ष्य करिकी ए फिल इन दी ब्लैंक आराम्स इजीली एटा कंप्लीट ही गला एवं एटा गोटे बहुत सहज टेबुल रो थिला गोटे फिल इन दी ब्लैंक. एबे पिला माने आमे जिबा हमर एक्टिविटी 12 को जिबा लक्ष्य करिबा एक्टिविटी 12 कोन अछि. द following table presents a weather report on the basis of data recorded up to 8:30 am on Friday, December. Have a look at the table and answer the questions that follow. Then write a short report to go with the table. निम्नलिखित गोटे रेकर्ड देइछि 8:30 am सुधा से रेकर्ड को लक्ष्य करिया तदनुसारी आमे तार गोटे डायग्राम फिलअप करिया बा केते गोटे क्वेश्चन आंसर देछि. स्टेशंस मुंबई, न्यू दिल्ली, चेन्नई एंड कोलकाता 24 hours temperature maximum then minimum. Maximum 34, minimum 21. New Delhi maximum 26, minimum 8. Chennai maximum 29, minimum 23. Kolkata maximum 33, minimum 23. Past 2 hours not mentioned. Mumbai, New Delhi, Kolkata not mentioned. Since 1 October 86, Mumbai from normal -6. New Delhi minimum in mm, millimeter 3. Normal minus 27 in millimeter. Rainfall. Chennai 560 rainfall from minus 52. Kolkata 126 millimeter rain. केते मिलीमीटर वर्षा को अंचल हो जम न्यूज कोनी पारादीप साइड आज 60 मिलीमीटर वर्षा है अत्यधिक झारसुगुड़ा 90 मिलीमीटर. Now on 8 December Mumbai had the highest maximum temperature. 8 December Mumbai the highest maximum temperature 34 degrees Celsius. Which city had the lowest maximum temperature? Question number 1. Which city had the lowest maximum temperature? Delhi had the lowest maximum temperature on 8 December. Delhi had the lowest maximum temperature on 8 December. Then now what was the temperature? The temperature was 20 degree Celsius. Number B. Which cities had the highest minimum temperature? Which cities had the highest minimum temperature? Chennai had the highest minimum temperature. Which city? Chennai had the highest minimum temperature. And also left the next question. How much was it? The temperature was 23 degrees Celsius. Chennai temperature 23 degree. Now let us go to our next question. Which city had rainfall during the past 24 hours? Which city had rainfall during the past 24 hours? Chennai had rainfall during the past 24 hours. Thank you. Now let us go to our next questions. Which city had recorded the highest amount of rainfall since 1st October? Which city had recorded the highest amount of rainfall since 1st October? Chennai had recorded the highest amount of rainfall since 1st October. Chennai, highest rainfall 560 millimeter. 560 millimeter. Chennai had recorded highest amount of rainfall 560 millimeter since 1st October. Okay. Now let us go to our activity 13. ताले वर्तमान समस्त पिला वर्तमान आमर एक्टिव अछंती एवं समस्त पिला मानंगर आंसर आज जबरदस्त आसुची सेतिपति मिलन स्टडी पॉइंट तरफरु समस्त पिला मानंकु धन्यवाद बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. And let us go to our activity 13. 13 number activity वर्तमान लक्ष्य करिबा. Here is a table of figures showing the leisure habits of the people of Bhubaneswar. Leisure habits, people of Bhubaneswar. Number A, books bought last year 1, this year 1.5. Cinema attendance last year 3.5, this year 3.25. Cable TV connections last year 0.5, this year 1.00. Picnics last year in Bhubaneswar 0.25. Then this year 0.35. So figures given in the lakhs. Figure given in the lakhs. 1 lakh, 3.5 lakh. Use the information given in the tables above and write a short report about the leisure habits of people of Bhubaneswar. ताले जो टेबल टी देला इनफॉरमेशन हमको सुचैला भुवनेश्वर लोक मानकर लिजर हाबिट्स टा माने जो माने समाने समय जो विराम नउजंती को उपाय रे समाने समय टा काटुजन लिजर हाबिट्स कोन अभ्यास. सो टेबल को लक्ष्य करी हम गोटे छोट 5 धाड़ी 6 धाड़ी भितर ଚାରି ପାଞ୍ଚ ଧାଡି ଭିତରେ ଗୋଟେ ପାରା ବନେଇବା ଏବଂ ତଦନୁଯାୟୀ ତାର ରିପୋର୍ଟ ଆମେ ରଖିବା। ରିପୋର୍ଟ କଣ ନା ଦ ଲିଜର ହାବିଟ୍ସ ଅଫ ଦ ପିପୁଲ ଅଫ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର of the people of Bhubaneswar last year and this year does not show significant change. Ito dekha dauni. Last year, this year, few gaps. So last year, 1 lakh books were bought by the people of Bhubaneswar. Lokomananko dwara, and this a varsha increased to 1.5 lakh this year. ए वर्ष टिके इंक्रीमेंट बढ़ी इनक्रीज केते 1 लाख रु 1.5 लाख देन thus there was an increase of 50% in the sales of books बही किबा बही किनिबा 50% सेल्स इज माने बही सेल्स इज लोक मान किनिबाटा बढ़ी 50%. there was a similar rise in cable TV connection while last year only 50,000 people 0.5 cable TV connection 0.5 lakh minimum 0.5 lakh means 50,000 people subscribe to cable TV. The subscribers are increased to 1 lakh. बढ़ीगला 0.5 to 1 lakh. ए वर्ष बढ़ीगला गत वर्ष तुलन में ए वर्ष डबल बढ़ीगला 50 थिला 1 lakh हेगला 50% increase. As a result of this cinema attendance fell 3.5 lakh to 3.25. Cinema attendance देखो 3.5 थिला last year 3.5 थिला last year cinema এটা কমি গলা 3.25. गुड वेरी गुड प्रियंका प्रियदर्शन. थैंक यू कौशल्या. थैंक यू सुनीता. थैंक यू जेनेब. So happily, however, 10,000 more people went to picnic this year. 0.25. However, in the comparison of the leisure activities like reading books, watching cable TV, going on picnic is the least popular. ए जिनस बेसी लोकप्रिय भुवनेश्वर. ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच. Now let us go to our activity 14. 14 number activity की बर्तमान हम जीवा. Look at the table below and write a para based on the information given in it. गोटे टेबुल बर्तमान देजी हमें लक्ष्य करिवा ताकु नै के पारा बना. देखो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स मून अर्थ एंड सन. मून कहले हम चंद्र को बुझाउची चंद्रमा, अर्थ हेले पृथ्वी, सन हला सूर्य. साइज नॉट वेरी बिग. अर्थ बिगर squashed into that side. Sun biggest. 400 moons could be placed side by. Then weight not very heavy. Moon. Earth 81 times heavier than the moon. 81 times heavier. Sun 27 million times heavier than 27 million. Distance quite close. 3,84,000 kilometers away. Earth not. Sun. Then description. Earth satellite. गोटे प्लानेट सन किछि नाही. से कहूची आकु आमे लक्ष्य करिवा. लक्ष्य करी कि गोटे पारा बनिया को कहिछि. अर्थ मून सन ऊपर केते कोडी दूरता, डिस्टेंस केते, आउ ता वेट केते, आउ डिस्क्रिप्शन कोन बुझिबा. साइज आकार. सो among all system, solar system, the moon, the earth and the sun are most significant. Obviously, they differ in size, Weight, distance, and description. The moon is the smallest of heavenly. The moon is the smallest of heavenly, but is 50 times bigger. यार देखो mention है 50 times bigger than moon, and the sun 400 times bigger. Okay, so the weight of the moon is also the least, while those of the earth and the sun are 81 times and 27 million times. The distance of the moon from the earth is 3,84,000 kilometers in fine. Now moon is satellite of the planet earth. Moon is a satellite of the planet earth. So এই ଯୋଉ ଟେବୁଲଟା ଦେଲା ଆମେ ଆର ଯୋଉ ପାରାଗ୍ରାଫ ଟି ବନେଇଲେ ଟିକେ ଡିଫିକଲ୍ଟ ଅଛି ସେଣ୍ଟେନ୍ସ କରିହବ ଆର ସାଇଜ ୱେଟ୍ ଡିଷ୍ଟାନ୍ସ ଆଉ ଡେସ୍କ୍ରିପସନ ଟା କଣ ହଉଛି ତାର ଚନ୍ଦ୍ର ପୃଥିବୀ ଆଉ ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟ କରିହବ ଆରାମ ପ୍ରିୟଙ୍କା ଚିନ୍ତା କରି ସେଣ୍ଟେନ୍ସ ଟା ବନେଇଦେଲେ ହେଇଯିବ ତମ ହିସାବରେ ୟୁଆର वन मदर लैंग्वेज ट्रांसलेट इनटू इंग्लिश निज मातृभाषा को इंग्लिश रे आराम से ट्रांसलेट कर पड़ेबो कोड प्रॉब्लम सम्मुखीन होबा पड़िबो चार्ट टेबल लक्ष्य करिवो आराम से आंसर दबो ओके नाउ लेट अस गो टू आवर 7.5 चार्ट और सर्कल चार्ट पिला माने मन पकाओ जो दिन प्रथम क्लास मु नेली इंटरप्रेटिंग चार्ट ग्राफ्स टेबल एंड आल्सो डायग्राम्स चार्ट रे तुमको कही कलम चार्ट देन पाए चार्ट आज कहीं दीपक आबसेंट अच्छा दीपक ठीक अच्छे तेणु से दिन मुझे मेंशन कर क्रिकेट रो एग्जांपल देकी ये जो पाए चार्ट को अंचल किए केते रन स्कोर करूछंती से सारा पाए चार्ट को कैलेंडर ईयर किए केते करूछ कलम चार्ट कर देथिली ग्राफ चार्ट कर देथिली सपोज फर्स्ट ऑस्ट्रेलिया फेस कला वुमेन्स टीम 340 4 ना 343 एमती काली रन होइतला वुमेन्स इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम चेस ऑस्ट्रेलियन स्कोर ग्राफ देखौतला काली देखि दियो हां धन्यवाद प्रियंका प्रियदर्शिनी मन कथा बुझी पारछ मु भी तम मन कथा बुझी पारछि तेणु मु आशा करथिले एठी आज एठी कहि देकी क्लास ठीक रखिबा आसंदा काली क्लास ठीक रखिबा धन्यवाद एठी आज क्लास रखिबा आसंदा काली सेटू क्लास हम आगु नबा 7.5 पाई चार्ट सर्कल चार्ट रा हमर कथा रहिला आसंदा काली सेम क्लास टी नबा 8:30 रे 12:15 रे पाई चार्ट आउ सर्कल चार्ट पर नबा हला समस्त को मो तरफरु मिलन स्टडी पॉइंट तरफरु बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद पिला माना जी माने बहुत खुशी लागी क्लास रे आंसर बहुत बढ़िया देजिन समस्ते क्लास टा भी आज जबरदस्त हेजी तेणु कोडी नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम देनी तेणु समस्त को स्टडी पॉइंट तरफरु हृदय धन्यवाद आज क्लास रखुची शुभरात्रि जय जय जगन्नाथ जय जय जगन्नाथ।